What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's gaming news, Warner Brothers wants more always-on games. A new Deus Ex game has reportedly been canceled, and it seems likely we'll be checking in with Death Stranding 2 tomorrow. This is your Daily Fix. Warner Brothers Games is about to unleash Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League upon the world. One of the most controversial aspects of it is that it will require an online connection to play at launch. An offline mode patch will come later. But as unpopular a decision as this seems to be, it sounds like we should expect more always online games from Warner Brothers in the future. According to Variety, Warner Brothers Discovery chief David Zaslav is emboldened by the mega success of last year's Hogwarts Legacy, which was the best-selling game of the year, and Mortal Kombat 1. CFO Gunnar Weidenfels added, "I've double and triple checked some of the metrics here because it's such a great investment opportunity. I'm stunned that we haven't been investing more into this opportunity. We're going to start tackling that." He's talking about gaming in general. So Warner Brothers wants to double down on gaming, and CEO of global streaming and gaming JB Perrette told Variety they need, quote, more than just one great hit every 3 or 4 years. And here's where we come to the quotes that will be most relevant to you, dear viewer. Perrette says, "We want it to be always on. And the good news is the gaming space is lending itself to that." He's looking to, quote, build out live services, mobile games, and free-to-play games for Warner Brothers' most profitable franchises, which include Harry Potter, DC, Mortal Kombat, and Game of Thrones. After the dust settles on Suicide Squad, Warner Brothers will be working closely with new DC co-boss James Gunn to create more DC games. Perrette said, "Frankly, there hasn't been as close a relationship between the studio and the games business as there should have been. And James is actually a gamer, so having someone who's passionate about it is super helpful." Deloitte analyst Kevin Westcott tells Variety that streaming platforms are looking to get more into gaming, specifically live service gaming, because gaming has a much lower churn rate of subscribers. Netflix is obviously really going for it, with an already large roster of big names like Grand Theft Auto, Tomb Raider, Dead Cells, and more. Westcott said, "If you look at those companies that have large streaming platforms, they're dealing with 3+% per month churn on their subscribers. Live games, the ones the gaming industry is now talking about, have a very, very small churn rate as compared to streaming. So you're seeing more and more of the streaming players saying, why don't we add games as part of my entertainment offering? Games have a lower churn rate, music has a lower churn rate, and I've been recommending to our clients that they should think about offering a whole slew of other types of digital entertainment." So, more live service games from Warner Brothers in the future. And if we don't like the sound of that, maybe we should increase our churn rate in live service games. Moving on, Embracer Group has reportedly canceled a new Deus Ex game that was 2 years into development and laid off some staff at Eidos Montreal. Eidos Montreal released a statement on Twitter addressing layoffs, but not the reported Deus Ex game cancellation. The statement reads, "The global economic context, the challenges of our industry, and the comprehensive restructuring announced by Embracer have finally impacted our studio. The difficult decision has been made to let go of 97 people from development teams, administration, and support services." The report of the canceled Deus Ex game comes from Bloomberg, although the exact shape the game was in is unclear. Bloomberg says it was canceled after 2 years in development, but then goes on to say it was supposed to begin production later this year. Embracer Group has been aggressively shutting down its studios ever since its rumored $2 billion deal with the Saudi-backed Savvy Games Group reportedly fell apart. Other studios that Embracer Group has shut down so far are Saints Row developer Volition and Timesplitters creator Free Radical Design. Embracer Group acquired Eidos Montreal from Square Enix back in 2022, along with the rights to franchises like Tomb Raider and Deus Ex. The most recent entry in the Deus Ex franchise was 2016's Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Cool game. And finally today, director Hideo Kojima has shared the broadcast details for PlayStation's forthcoming State of Play event, fueling rumors that Death Stranding 2 will be featured in the presentation. Shortly after Sony announced its first PlayStation State of Play of 2024, which will take place tomorrow, January 31st at 2 p.m. Pacific, Kojima advertised the event on Instagram. The broadcast getting a shout out from Kojima could indicate Death Stranding 2 will be one of the 15+ games covered in the 40-minute showcase. Death Stranding fans took this as near confirmation they would be getting more details about the anticipated sequel to the original game. We know very little about Death Stranding 2 beyond its official reveal over a year ago, which offered a look at Fragile and an older Sam Bridges. At the time, Kojima said that after the COVID-19 pandemic, he rewrote the entire script for the game from scratch because he, quote, didn't want to predict any more future. And that is your Daily Fix for Tuesday, January 30th. Now that you're caught up on the news, watch our review of Persona 3 Reload. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your gaming news, stay tuned to IGN.